evening. Hello, peoples of the YouTubes. Welcome to my current form in competitive, well, Tenhou Mahjong. 6 wins, 7 seconds, 6 thirds, and 2 losses in the last 21 games. We have turned the tide, and we are now 1 game away, potentially, from returning to our, what I consider my rightful place as second dan. So, as our warm-up game, we're going to see if we can do it. This is where I lose and end up having to spend another 2 games tomorrow in the tournament getting things ready. But we shall see how that goes. So, Tales of Confusion will continue as normal on the new link below once this all starts off. This is also a kind of terrible hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not even good for Kokushi, really. Yeah, okay. So, West start. 1 Dora, but miles from anything useful. Well, we'll just play out our terminals and see where we end up, but most likely this is going to be 1 before we get rid of them all. But that's Mahjong. We could have made a concerted effort to try and go for Kokushi here, but it wouldn't have worked. Yeah, we haven't drawn a useful Kokushi tile in the first 5, so I don't imagine it would have worked at all. Anyway, how are we all doing? Hello, Draconis. Okay, good. The chat's working. Yeah, not too bad. I am hopefully this 1 game away from being a second down again, so there's that. Okay, is the chat working? Good question. Bear with on this one. Yeah, there we go. Got the chat working again. So having got rid of all our terminals, the hand's not looking too bad, but
Riichi.
yeah, I was about to say, I imagine somebody's got there much faster than we have. Not that that's a problem, we only need second place to get second dan, so, you know, we don't have to win here. Last place avoidance is key. Alright, people are attacking into this Riichi, which is fine by me for right now. We've got a partial safety on the 8s due to half Suji. South, 1, 2, 3, yep, South's fine. So this is going to be the normal sort of Tales of Confusion, but obviously I just wanted to get this 1 game in first because this is how far I got today doing things. He's played 3 twice, a lot of 1s out.
Don't.
No, other one. I was looking the other way. Still, 2000 is a okay thing for us to deal into at this point. Plus 1000 Riichi stick, which wasn't ours. Alright, this is a much stronger hand than a nowhere Kokushi. And importantly, we don't care about losing the small hands. We care about the about securing our big hand that eventually wins us the game. Because, yeah, we'll lose out on speed and we'll lose out on luck to the smaller value hands quite a lot of times, but if we keep going for Mungans, then eventually 1 will hit and that just undoes 3 hands in 1 go. So that is our plan, that is our usual plan, actually. Something I was definitely not doing when I did my competitive thing 2 weeks ago now. My drive to get to what was 3rd dan has led to me basically dropping to 1st, and now the recovery is at this point. Oh, mine's better than that. I'm 21 games, I am 6-7, 6-2. So I'm doing quite well in terms of general games up to this point. Apparently hitting form at roughly the right time. But we'll see. If I win the qualifiers a 2nd time running, then, you know, that would be amazing. I don't imagine that'll happen. I'm still aiming just to qualify, but you got to. If you're aiming for a small goal, you got to go for a bigger one later. Yeah, why not? We got a calling weight here, so we can call either the 5 or the 7 to get there. Do we have a safe tile here? Not really.
Don't.
Doesn't matter. So 1 person descending to last is all good by us, especially as it's now our dealer turn. So now it's just a case of where we can get the enough points to steal a 2nd back. So 5,000 here. Oh yeah, Kyra's in it as well. I don't know if Aegon signed up. I don't even know if Aegon was aware of it, in all honesty. So the Grand Champion may not be joining us. But yeah, it should be good. We shall see. Meanwhile, this is an okay hand. We're a little reliant on the dragons, but if we get the 7, then we got... okay. Don't know if we're on a reach with this, though. I mean, waiting on a 9-6, I don't think we're going to do much better, and we're dealer.
Riichi.
We could have waited, I suppose, tried to push this to Sanchku, but 9 is the indicator, so there's less of those out there.
Long.
And we got the win quickly enough off the player in last, so that secures our not finishing last. Reach only, but we're dealer, and that's put us a little closer to the player we need to overtake. Let's start with a red dragon. Yeah, early reach is typically low value, but if it's from a dealer, they're always going to score slightly more from it, so it's worth considering that on your defensive plays. But so here we're 1 from Tenpai again. Wouldn't be a great wait, but we got 1 Dora at least, so reach 1 Dora, 3,000 points as dealer roughly. One of our winners gone though, so we might change and wait for a Pinfu on one or other of these sides. Except we got the triplet as 6s actually. Yeah, gotta go for this again. It's early. There's only 2 waiting. There's only 2 tiles, or 3 tiles left actually. But early aggressive reach, force some early considerations, force some early folds, make them go around me a little bit. Might buy me enough time to get the fewer tiles that I actually win with. I also have the ability to count on the 6s, so we'll see. It's 3,000 points though. More if I hit Ura, of course. More if I sumo. A little fortunate, but it was early, and we'll take the 6,000, 7,300 points as it turns out in the end. 1,000 of which was my own, but doesn't matter. Alright, so this is another calling hand here. Oh yeah, true. Again, a little reliant on the Easts, but... I mean, in normal circumstances on the first hand, I'd have waited for a dragon. It just happened that I hit Tenpai beforehand and had to use it as a pair. Which happens occasionally. Yeah. So again, a little reliant on the East for the moment, but we've got enough points to now put us in a position we want to be, which is second. So we'll just see. Building up a little bit of momentum, so we might be able to bluff people off with just a call in a moment. Let's risk a dragon now.
Home.
Okay.
Home.
So 1 call from Tenpai. 1-5 already played, so there's a chance somebody else might want to play another one. We'll see. At the very least, they don't need dots. Knowing that's going to be 2 of my winners gone there. Assuming that's the way this works out.
Home.
And now I'm going to be slightly cautious about that. So, probable half flush, which means the 4 and the 6 should be safe. South was played by me last round. If he was on a single weight, that'd have been a hell of a weight, but I'd somehow doubt he was. Oh, maybe it is Toy Toy then, not Honitsu. I think Honitsu still, but based on the middle 5, no action on the 8. It might be Toy Toy.
Home.
It was Toy Toy. Okay.
Chi.
By rights, that should have been a deal in, but... But the good news is we can defend against that reasonably well by just discarding pairs.
Long.
Okay. I was in the right theory, but of course I ignored the player across from me. And middle tiles are always going to be dodgy. Probably equally as dodgy as discarding the freeze in that position, which is my other way of getting around it, but hey. Is this worth the force this early? We're 900 points up. I've got East.
Home.
Let's go for a force. We have the backup of the east in case this goes wrong, or I just refuse to draw any more Sozi tiles, but this looks like a good half-flush hand. Especially if I can get this 8 early enough. I've already got rid of Adora immediately, because if you're going to go for this sort of hand, you need to get rid of it immediately. At least find out what your threats are. And now I will just draw continually useful middle dot tiles until the end of time. Because inevitably this is how the game works whenever you try and force something early. Hooray for the thing not working. Well, if we can at least get the east, we can use this as a close weight later down the line. Alright, I think that is going to be us committed to east at this stage.
G.
Or committed to just avoiding dealer.
Home.
Yeah, we're committed to avoiding dealer here.
Long.
Okay, so Honitsu, yeah. Never helps when you're going for Honitsu if somebody else is as well. But, I mean, this now definitely helps us get this second place we want. And we're still in east, so... Alright, there's only one east left. Worth noting that before I go much further, because that is something I forget to do a lot. Check Fedora. Hand's not bad, actually. This is almost a better... This is a better calling hand, assuming the east is imminent. There is only one, so it is going to lock somebody else's hand if they don't want to play it. Never helpful when that happens. Also means the stream delay's a bit more than I was expecting it to be, but that's fine. We'll worry about that later. I would have loved to call that, but I'm not going to get lucky enough to do so. So I've got a potential three-sided pin weight here, which unfortunately won't be Pinfu because a pair of bonus tiles. Or I can call that now and change the game plan a bit, which I think is the right move, so we're going to change the game plan. So if we complete one of these two, we go into a pair weight for the other one. Think about this. No, because that wouldn't actually give us a weight at that stage. We could have called the 4, gone into 4-7 on that side, but we couldn't have called the 6. Or 7, 3, 6, 9. That will do.
Chi.
Okay, we're now on a 5-8 for East Dora 1.
Sumo.
Which we sumo. So shorthand, moves the dealer on, gets us into the south round, gets us there a little bit closer to that second Dan ship that I had before I had the bright idea of trying to bump my rank up to 3 before the tournament I'm doing tomorrow. Actually, with the way the auto-qualification had worked, if I'd have managed to... I mean, obviously, they were fixed a long while ago. But if I had have got myself up to an upper 4th Dan, I might have actually qualified for the top 16 automatically, because I think it's quite a low bar on this tournament for whatever reason.
No.
Oh, okay. Goes rapid win, which I'm not going to object to, because that moves the game on a little more. So if we get past this dealer turn, I think we got second in the bag here, but we can always deal in. Can always deal in. Good draw. We'll get rid of this closed weight rather than the other one. I mean, I'll say there was a very slim chance of upgrading this to a 4, 5, 6 Sanchiku, but that's one of the tiles we needed for it.
Home.
Yeah, cool. Maybe I should have got rid of the 6 here, but yeah, I think this is the time to get rid of the closed one. The other tiles are slightly more useful. There's not a lot of Sozi being played, actually, but the same is true of Manzu, so I'll draw a 5 next turn, and I'll just be punished for it, but you know. Oh, but dead. Is it worth calling for this? Probably not that much, really. I mean, we get ourselves half a step closer, I guess, but at only half a step, and we still need 2. Yeah. So could have called that, had a couple of pairs. See, that's slightly more useful for us, because that leaves us with a weight left, so...
Gee. Home.
Okay. We're playing low to mid Sozi for a while now, so if somebody was if he really wanted it, and he's the one who looks like, I suppose across the table as well. Actually, these two could both want Sozi. But nice. Okay, Tenpai. 6-9. Got Vidora. So Dragon Dora, 3-come dealer. A lot of 9s have been played, but you never know. He should be fine in this position.
Dong.
Thank you very much. Dragon Door for 2000. I mean, our gameplay is not currently to do anything about you. This hand is going to be determined entirely whether we have a shot at catching you up. At this stage, I'm still trying to secure second, so... Otherwise, I might be trying to play a bit more value in mind, but... I'm not sure what I could have done differently in those couple of hands, though. But potentially a 2-door hand, this. And having a dragon means I can call anything, so we are going to call that. Might as well get rid of that there, gives me an extra thing I could potentially call, though freeze unlikely to be discarded in most typical games. But that opens us up again, so we'll go with that. That's annoying, actually. Alright, not going to call that, because otherwise I'd have to play for 2, and then I'm still waiting on a pair, or cut the dragon, which is currently our win con. Oh, it's the wrong side, but I can't ignore Tenpai. Especially not when I'm getting it off the person I want, so... So another cheap hand. I know I said it was I typically gun for big hands. I've not played that way at all this game. Ignore my earlier advice. It's rubbish. Okay, 9-5. So if I can get a dealer Mungan out of this, then I will take the lead. All dependent on how this goes here. If I can draw a 6-man, I think we're in business, but... Forso would be okay, although I don't have a pair currently. Okay. Ipeiko. So pin 2 Ipeiko. No Dorado. Or I think I already got rid of one. Well, we can just go for the tan pin. Tan pin bits and pieces. Because the hand looks good. The hand is very good. A lot gets me to Tenpai here. That will do. Ipeiko Reach. 369. That was just about perfect for us, in all honesty. Just wish the suits were reversed, actually. Then we'd get potential Dora, but can't have everything. And this is potentially a Mungan Sumo, so... Actually, Mungan direct hit from anybody would probably be fine here. So, Riichi, Peiko, Pinfu, Tenhou. Yeah, effective Mungan. I could eliminate him and win. So, we can take the win. Get ourselves our second down chip in style again. Which is, I think, this is the second time I've regained second down. But I haven't won yet, so... I can still deal into a Baiman at this late stage. Thinking about my 2 losses in this 21 chain, actually. I played... One of those losses was a really tight, interesting game. Then in South 3, in my dealer turn, somebody summons a Sun Baiman. I then deal into a Mungan just to end and bust out, which, you know, was a really tight, interesting, intricate, high-level game. Or at least what I thought was a high-level game. And all the disasters aligned. Which might be happening now, who knows.
Riichi.
I've got a 3-sided weight here and have for some time. Finally got it. That should... Oh no, it didn't end the game. But it should keep the lead by... Yep, there we go. 46. I basically have to get a sumo. Of any kind and I win. Fortunately, I don't... Well, I suppose I can cut 1-9 some run for it, but... let's see. Drawing another south would be useful, obviously. But at this stage, I would take anything. Let's get rid of that. Okay, not a lot of development in the first 7 turns, so this might just be a case of wait for somebody else to hit the thing.
Home.
Okay, so double south. Suggests he's going to have enough to overtake me again. Not entirely live, but the last one was a second turn. Thing a little dodgy, perhaps. There we go. Is that game? No, it's not game. It's not game, and I still have to lead by 300 points. Alright, this might be a push Honitsu to try and end the game. Alright, disconnected player, which I can't really blame them for at this point. Yeah, we are hard pushing Honitsu for a game, a resolution here. We want to be the winner. I have lost games trying to win games before. Which I know sounds silly, but that's absolute truth. Trying to force wins has resulted me finishing last in the past, so I've got to keep the reins on a little bit, but really, any win will do. I have a dragon, so I had Honitsu for backup anyway, in case the dragon ended as just a pair, but... And now I will draw no dot tiles whatsoever. And the auto-discarding bot over here will not play an 8. Or a 6. My faith in the bot is apparently not good. At least not good enough. I apologize for my hubris. 7-9. The auto-discard bot will just discard what it does. That's that, but you know... The problem is I have 0 defense now, but we'll see. 300 point gap. Any win does it. That'll do. Right. We are back to second down, sorry. Go on, give me the official. The official! We're back to where I was. Oh, 3 weeks ago now. My official ranking for this rise back through it. 7 wins, 7 seconds, 6 thirds, 2 seconds. Just for reference, this is where I was playing all my games when I was second down. That was my ranking, that was what caused me to go back down to first. Going 0-1-4-7. I don't know if that includes my tournament results, but I have a feeling it doesn't. Going back to these rooms, I'm suddenly back here. So I think I'm going to continue on these rooms for a little bit. I mean... Oh, the other thing is I'm back to a 1500 ranking. I don't know what the default is when you start, but I've got a feeling it's 1500. So, huzzah! We're back into a thing. Right. Let's head back to a shadow, Jean. Let's shut this off. So we don't need that. Okay, so I am currently the only person in here at the moment, and assuming people will eventually turn up, then people will eventually turn up. Currently we have 5 people watching. Draconis is the only one chatting, so presumably the only Mahjong player. Assuming that fails, then I suppose this becomes the road to 3rd Dan. Again. But yeah, we've been on a good run of form lately, has to be said. Hopefully building up nicely to the tournament where I will, you know, qualify, probably play finishing first, going out in the first round again, because winning the qualifier puts me against the top seed of the whole tournament. Again. Oh dear. But assuming this doesn't progress, we will go back to the room and I will actually play a bit more. Yep, I'm back! I've played... Oh no, hold on, sorry, gotta get back here. Where are we? That's the default one. I have played 286 games on Tenhou, and I have returned to where I started. Progress. I mean, that's 286 games in the in this part of a lobby, in all honesty, which I don't play an awful lot of, but... Oh dear. I also got to remind myself to set the tournament lobby up for the thing as well. Well, it's looking like I'm the only one here. Let me see if I can just nudge some people. Confused by Mahjong? Now, Kairo's not around. Rise is currently doing something in the background. He's on Do Not Disturb. Aegon, I think, is trying to do Gameage and the other things. So I suppose I'm actually going back to the rooms and we're going to play some more Mahjong. I know, shocker. Let's play some more Mahjong and see if I can actually get to my 3rd dance ship, or at least somewhat closer to it. At least try and claw my way continually above this 1500 line. I actually don't mind the standard lobby music for it. It's the one they put on the tournament servers that bothers me. This one's actually not too offensive, so we'll keep this one on. At least while we wait for this game to actually start up. Okay, we have a no name. We have a couple of first downs here. No! I will play on... Well, actually... No worries! I will always play a game that people have no knowledge of. It's what I do. Which is true, but, you know. Alright, Tudora. Actually, if I wanted to do that properly, I'd just go into the whole, the web thing. So I've got a script which replaces it into English for me, so... But I don't mind slow progression here. Okay, this is going quite well. Going a bit better now. Alright. So now I've got White Dragon that I could potentially just call and go.
Kang.
Ooh, okay. Love to draw something that puts me in there now. Come on. No. Much as I'd like to Khan, like as I'd like to Reach, I wouldn't mind getting a White Dragon here and just taking White Dwarf 2. Potentially Dwarf 3. These cards are all over the place. I've got to imagine that's...
Home.
Yeah, I'm going to force it. This isn't usually a good tactic, forcing a dragon weight, because somebody could easily have another pair, but I feel that with the positions currently... I'd rather sit here with a door free and force something, but okay. So, Dealer, Mungan. That is nice to drop enough R-Wind, and this is a reasonable enough start that we'll go for that. Certainly was a reasonable enough start after a couple of draws. Certainly was a reasonable enough start after 3 draws. Much as I don't like being on a pair weight here, this gives me options, so... Okay, fine. Should have got rid of the other thing. Doesn't matter.
Chi.
Sure, let's go silly. Single weight on the 6 dot. So annoying is I can't draw a 4 and it wouldn't help me. I can't draw a 1, wouldn't help me because I've already played the 1, so this is 6 dot really only. One's got to be better. There are more 6s available, technically speaking, but I feel 1's got to be a better weight, especially with all the 2s being played. East. 1 played. Yep, I'm not going to argue at triple door or dragon. I prefer not to be in a single weight, but with all the 2s being played, I've got to feel it's a good one. Or good enough, anyway. Do I go 2-5 switch here? A couple of 2s have been played. Then I'm relying on the 5. No, I think this has got to be better. There might be more options with a 2-5, but I feel 1 dot has more going for it. That was my cue to draw the 2 or the 5 again. But it didn't happen.
Long.
There. Well, up to 3rd. Up to 3rd. Door in the starting hand. Potential stretch for Chancer, depending on things, but...
Home. Chi.
And here comes the calling. So most likely any progression we have here is going to be towards Pinfu of some kind. Yeah, if I hadn't got rid of the 1, I probably would have been in a better shape for this, but doesn't matter. We'd have had the option of possibly going for Sanchiku or something like that. Also, I've just realised it's Garden the 1 here isn't actually the best for us because we drew a 2 and a 4. Well, and same there. So, free tiles and pretty much backfires on all fronts there, unfortunately.
Riichi.
Okay, Reach. We'll play the definite safe tile to start with. And then we'll see. We've got a couple of frees, actually, that we might want to get rid of anyway. Yeah, I mean, the hand's still 2 away from anything, and it's going to be not very valuable anyway, so I'm inclined to just let this... I have opinions about that sort of move. Very, very strong opinions.
Tsumo.
We get Carnage. If you one of the games, my sort of highlight game as we went through this, I actually carned into Dora 7, which was a good moment. Carning into Dora 7.
Home.
I mean, strictly speaking, I already had Dora 4 with that, but you know, I just reached with free Dora, and that was it. Reach free Dora. Draw the 6, Karn, and suddenly I have Dora 7. It was a good moment. Reach Sumo Dora 7 is all I got, but you know. It's better than the manga I was hoping for. Okay, well this is a rapid start, so we're gonna hold off white. Hold off on west for the moment, at least a couple of turns. Oh no, I won the hand. As I say, I reached with free Dora, drew the 4th, Karn, had 7 Dora after that, and then I sumoed about 5 or 6 turns later. It wasn't an immediate thing, and I was slightly concerned about it, but, you know, if I picked up 3 Vidora from my own Carnage. Didn't get any Euro, unfortunately, but... it was already good enough. I was dealer, so... taking Reach Dora free as dealer is always something that's reasonable. Meanwhile, we're in last place. We have a double run here. We have potential to try for this, actually. But we're 1 from Pinfu now. If we can draw 9, 1, 2, we have Pinfu. Which would be a good comeback to this, in all honesty. Reach Pinfu and hope. It's probably Toy Toy. Could easily just be double Yakuhai.
Riichi.
We have 1 Dora as well, actually. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, Suji. Suji also terminal style, so if we can hopefully draw the 4. Yeah, hope to draw the 4. The 2 should be safe. See what happens. Okay, Ipeiko.
Ron.
Well, the good news is that should put us back to 3rd. Bad news is we're 16,000 from 2nd. Which, unfortunately, means we should really have a go for this. We'll see. It's only East 2, actually. Feels like the game's been going longer than that, but it's only East 2. Yeah, 5, 6, 7 Sanchiku, potentially, maybe. Oh, also, in my grand scheme of getting up to back up to 2nd down, I did have a Nageshi stolen from me. I'll have to find the link for that. Basically, it had got right down to the last discard. I had done my job. I'd got everything set up for the Nageshi. It was done. I just had 2 more discards to go. Discard fine, happens. The very next discard, he deals in to a Haite only hand. I was livid.
Riichi.
Absolutely livid. And it confirms that the hand is impossible. I don't care if you've got it. It's impossible. The thing is, I wasn't even trying for it. For most of it, I was trying to fold out because it was a terrible starting hand. It was an 8 Kokushi, which didn't go anywhere. And was definitely not going towards Kokushi. Also, we have a player who's disconnected, which is good for us. South should be fine. 2 safe. We can still possibly get the pin 2 out of this. We also can discard the 7 against this hand, so... 3 safe. 9 safe. So 1 away from Pinfu. I mean, it's entirely just proof that that will not happen. I mean, it wasn't something I was genuinely going for, as you never genuinely go for Nageshi, but, you know, it was something that was happening in the background as I was just desperately trying to get rid of terminals to actually have something to do in the hand. But, east to east, okay, that should be fine. Problem I've got is playing the 5 dot against this for Tenpai if it comes off. I can play 6. So, I mean, it's not ideal, but... Alright, Tenhou, but we're not going to get to Tenpai in time anyway. Alright, so he was on a 8-5. Alright, dealer turn. Let's see what we can do here. 1 close set, not a bad little hand, really, in terms of things. No bonus tiles, unfortunately, but could be very rapid. Is currently being very rapid. 5 so here gives us a 3-sided pin through on turn 4. That just gives us a 2-sided pin through on turn 4,
Each.
so fine. 7-4. Reach Pinfu, Dora as dealer is free hand, more than good enough. The worst thing for us to do now is deal in and finish below a disconnected player. It feels terrible when it happens, and unfortunately it happens way too often for comfort. Also, if I don't finish second, actually, I lose my 1500 ranking starting bonus, so, you know. It's 4-7, so it's not one of the better ones, but we got an auto discarding bot here, so if he draws it, he's going to discard it, we'd hope. I actually should check into how the auto discarder works, because I don't think he discards exactly what he draws each time. Though I might be wrong. Oh yeah, I could always sumo, but I mean, it looks as if I should be on a Sozu weight, which is always nice when you're not. And certainly they seem to be discarding as if I'm on Sozu of some kind, but... But equally, they're not going to play their 4s and 7s because they're middle tiles and probably useful to them. There we go.
Wrong.
Alright, this minimises our chances of being in last. And puts us within a Mungan Sumo, a dealer Mungan Sumo of... Oh wow, this is another great little starting hand. This is actually kind of ridiculous. Sorry, I had a point, but I'm now distracted. Yeah, we might have to play for the 4s here, so we'll see. Come on, Green Dargan. Can I get around things? Don't think that improves things. I was trying to think about ways around this, but if I'm keeping the 1, and there's no reason for me to go for Tenhou because obviously Dora Dragons. Yeah, Dora 4. 5 if I can actually get this dragon off. I suppose I could have called there, but I wouldn't have had a Yaku. But 3 would actually be a great draw right now. 3 man. You never know, the auto discard bot may give us some help in a bit. Again, it wouldn't be on a dragon weight. I'd have to...
Riichi.
There we go. Alright, 4-7. Auto discard bot has played 1 of each. So, Riichi, Dora 4. Mungan. Enough for the lead. Sumo makes it Hanneman. It doesn't really make a difference, and, you know, I'm trying to... I don't know. It doesn't really make a difference. I suppose 4 could arguably be less safe, but... Neither of them seem to be on safety play anyway, so...
Chi.
Slightly concerned here, but we'll see. Doesn't matter. Sumoed it, Hanneman. And also repeats. I think that does end the game, and we are victorious. There we go. Another win. Yeah, I guess arguably the 1 man was better, but it didn't actually change what I was waiting on or anything, and I don't know. I decided to go middle. Yeah, there's minor upside to doing anything. So yeah, in this format I only get 30 points for my wins, but the point is I'm getting wins here, and yeah. Ah dear. Doesn't matter. We are above the 1500. We are better than average. We will take that. Alright, let's just go back to the room and see what's going on. Yeah, there is that. Well, we'll have another go see if people are around, although nobody has responded to me. And we are back to Can You Feel It? So we'll give it 5 minutes, see if anything actually happens from this. If not, then we'll continue trying to keep our form going here, because that's 2 on the bounce on some form of streaming service. And if we can string another, what is it, 30 times 400, so 10. If I can string another 14 of those together, I get up to 3rd Dan. I mean, it's only 13 more wins in a row. That's possible, right? Right? With no setbacks whatsoever. And of course, seconds give me a slight boost as well, so, you know. Alright, we have 3. We need 1 more. We have 4 people in the chat. Though I imagine one of them's Talon who doesn't know how to play. Right. Yeah, 13 wins on the bounce. It can be done. In the same way I might win the lottery tomorrow. But... yeah, the amount of luck that would need to be on your side for 13 consecutive winning games. Doesn't matter how skilled you are, how poor your opponents are. 13 games on the bounce is a lottery win. Levels of luck required. Ugh. Well, I suppose I can switch it up to a free-player game if I absolutely have to, but I prefer not to. Oh, if you employ Tetsuya skills. Oh, yeah, true. True. But even then, there's people who just have enough luck to counteract any kind of cheating. The final boss in Tetsuya is really annoying. At least the one I was playing. Alright, let me just grab Discord again. See if I can poke anybody. The only person I could poke would be an Aegon, who I believe is in the middle of things. Hello, Aegon.
Oh,
I'm
hello.
I'm currently in the middle of a Mahjong stream. Would you like to join us as we need a fourth? If you're in the middle of something, don't worry.
Sure.
Awesome.
Hold on.
You can stay in chat if you like. Hurrah! We might have a fourth player then.
Yay.
Yay! But I promise you, if something starts happening, I will let you go, and I might even join you. I've had my good luck for this stream so far, so it's all good.
Yes, I'm just listening to something on. I'll...
Are you rolling dice to determine what you think about what you listen to?
No.
Okay. It's not as if it's not a normal thing at all that I totally do. Just ignore these dice.
So link.
The link has changed, I believe. Depending on how recent your link you're using is.
It's the thingy Bobby. No.
It is the 15893161 link. Which I will just ping to you, actually. It'd probably be easier. It shouldn't be, because I just copied that from the description, which, Has this not updated it, then? Oh, that is the old one. Wow. Okay, hold on. There you go. I was certain I changed that. Doesn't matter. Changed it back again. Just for clarity, should be this one. That might explain why we've only got 3 people in this. Although we only have 4 viewers, so maybe that's not the entire reason.
So it's that one or another one?
It's the one that is 15893161.
Oh, okay.
But apparently the one in the description, despite me remembering changing it, is wrong. Yeah. So just go back to what we were talking about. I'm sure Aegon could win 13 games on the row.
Yeah, but never again.
Oh yeah, you'd never be able to do it twice, but you could win 13 games in a row. We're just working out that I needed to win exactly 13 games in a row without any losses. Well, actually, I could have seconds or thirds, but I'd need to win 13 games without being last in any game up in that chain. And then I would be a third Dan at Tenhou.
What's your name was Mark?
Well, yes, but you know, I've got to be Dan 3 times, as well as Mark. Currently, I'm only a Dan twice.
Okay. Let's see if it remembered my login.
Hoop-doop-did.
Okay, it's loading.
Hooray!
No, it's not no name, it's...
Yes, the stream is also established that after 286 games, I finally reached the starting level in rank.
Yay!
So I had a rank of 1500, which is the rank that it's sort of an ELO style thing that they use in chess and other things. And 1500 is what you start at. I finally got myself back up to 1500. 286 games to get exactly where I started. Oh, okay, this is a hand. It has tiles in it. I'll get rid of that one. Hello, Nuclear Lion. How are we doing? And yes, it was JPB. 10 out of 10. Glad to hear it. So I'm sure the question on all of our minds is, which version of Aegon is going to appear here? Clearly not the one going to 7 pairs this week. Oh, Aegon, did you sign up for the tournament tomorrow, or did you not bother? Or were you not even aware of it?
I wasn't even aware of it.
Okay, that'll be it. There's another competitive, festive Mahjong qualifier tomorrow, so it's an individual, not a team one. But they will have to learn the fury of Aegon later.
I'm sure if it was a team one, I would have been pressed into service.
Oh yeah, you would have been, absolutely. No question you'd have been pressed into service. Well, you were so good for us last time. These tiles are confusing. That is the point of them. They are here to be confusing. I am also here to try and unstitch the confusion every now and then. But also I have Aegon in chat, so, you know. I can only unstitch set amounts of confusion. Because then I would tell Aegon what's in my hand, and he might use that to his advantage. For example, Aegon can under no circumstances know that I have a 9 dot in hand. There's a bunch of shapes, lines, and dots. Yes, but this also means that if I'm trying to explain the things to you, I also have to explain to Aegon using the language of shapes and lines and dots. And be helpful to you, but also unclear to Aegon, which is not a good teaching method. Not unless we establish a code first that Aegon is not aware of. Crypto teaching, indeed.
Chi.
I'll teach Bob without Eva learning anything. Are you comparing Eva to Aegon? That's not very nice of you. Aegon's 1,000 times the student Eva is.
Oh, I hate the wall.
The wall is annoying. I got it. Tile only.
Oh, come on.
It was last tile only. Technically my winning tile was the same one you discarded, and I made no changes. But I didn't have a Yaku. I was half convinced that would draw it out. I mean, it wouldn't have minded if it hadn't, because it was a ridiculous long shot that had happened. But I'm so happy at that.
I got all the Dora 5s.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good hand.
I know, and I then got but I also was going for a straight. And the 2 was not coming out.
The important thing with that sort of thing is, though, don't commit to one hand. You know, it's ultimately getting a Yaku is absolutely fine. Trying to get multiple Yaku is absolutely fine, but don't go all in on specific Yaku unless you have no other choice. Once you had that Dragon Core, you can go for anything. You don't have to commit to another Yaku. Shooting the Tars of Bisprin. I want a Yak. No, you can't have a Yak. You have to go to Chiral streams for Yakamans. He sort of develops them. The only person I could tell what I'm doing in the stream is is Nuclear Lion, who wouldn't understand what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep what I'm doing silent and just I'm waiting on specific things.
And I sit here for an hour waiting for people to show up. And then they all start showing up when you start doing something.
That is the way it happens.
Usually, yeah.
Yep, hello. I dragged Aegon away to play Mahjong because we needed a fourth.
Ah, okay.
I don't know.
That being...
I kinda did say I need to eat and stuff first, but you know.
相撲
You did?
It's all good, I'm winning at the moment anyway, so...
It's all good, I'm winning.
Exactly. It's always good if I'm winning.
I'm not losing, so I'm happy.
No, you're not losing, actually. You are solidly in second. Well, tied second.
Which in a 4-horse race isn't...
No, in a 4-horse race, being tied for second is not bad.
It's the precise middle point.
You also haven't made any major mistakes that I've noticed, so, you know, there's that. Oh, so how are people? It feels like ages since I've spoken to any of you.
It has been ages since you've spoken to any of us.
It's been ages since Mara spoke to anybody.
Yes, but Mara has been ridiculously busy.
This is true. Mara is fueled entirely by cans of monster and bloody-mindedness lately.
It's been Mara the Builder.
It's the fuel that drives the nation, really.
This
Yeah.
pretty much have stocks in them, I think.
To answer your question though, Shadow, I guess things have been alright.
Oh,
I've been
come on!
busy too.
Yes, they've been okay. They clearly agonizes Aegon for some reason.
Apparently. I don't know why.
No, I don't know, but you know, if he's getting that strong a reaction out of it, it might have something to do with the tiles he's playing. But you know, that's a side note.
That certainly could do it.
Well, you know, it's Aegon.
It is.
Yeah, I've been looking after my grandmother, so... that.
What, Aegon's been...
No, I said I've been.
No, you...
He did say I've been.
Oh. I heard him say, he's been looking after...
Well, Aegon might well have been looking after my grandmother. I don't know. I mean, I'd be confused by the situation, but he could be.
I mean, I would too.
I suppose the only answer to that is thank you, and also, why are you looking after my grandmother?
Well, ours is not to what of the way of Aegon.
Ours is not to reason why, ours is but to mumble and die.
Yours
Mumble,
is.
anyway.
地位
But yay, I might actually have days off come Christmas.
Hooray!
So the usual days off.
No, Aegon. The whole point is I haven't had a day off in
Oh.
only 2.5 months. Not even a weekend.
I know. Meanwhile, I have paperwork to do.
Woo.
Everybody loves paperwork.
At this stage, I would be grateful.
Oh, the mundanity of paperwork.
Well, it's not so much that, it's the every muscle in my body aches. Because I
You'd
never
rather be
stop,
reading right
so
now.
they don't have any recovery days.
Oh dear. That was one of the best things about my first job, is that basically I had a whole pile of shredding. It was very therapeutic to use the industrial shredder.
本
And I miss having 15 minutes a day to just go and shred paperwork for no reason.
So is the industrial shredder? How bigger is the industrial shredder than
How
the?
bigger? Yes.
I mean, it was for the entire prison. It's a cluster of 3 prisons, and all the people went to the records room, which was my responsibility at the time. So there was a lot of it. But equally, it was the thing to do if I had nothing else to do, which is why there was a pile of it that had been left there because it was empty for about 2 months. So it was every time I had 10 or 15 minutes spare, I just ended up shredding paper.
Well, it could be worse, Egan. You could be dealing with the government.
I am dealing with the. Well, I'm dealing with 27 governments technically.
The EU.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I know what he means, but I don't think in the same way.
No, 'cause
Yeah,
you just
not
can't say one
direct.
government.
Although I wouldn't be surprised for him to
get.
get a letter from those 27 governments just complaining he's not doing his job.
Has he told you guys about the letters he got from the university in the UK?
No?
No.
So he's trying to get a thing that would have him in the UK for a bit. And he'd applied and it had gone missing and blah blah blah. So he'd applied again. They sent him a letter rejecting the
No. They sent me an acceptance letter for the second letter.
and then a rejection for the other because it had been
No.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous like that.
I sent the first one. I didn't get confirmation or anything, so I asked, "Did you receive my first letter?" They
No.
said no. So I sent the second. And then a month, and then they got confirmed my second letter, accepted it. And then a month later, I get a reply, brackets, possible spam. We are accepting your.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So technically, Egan's coming to the UK twice. Except who knows and Brexit? Question mark.
Well, indeed. Maybe we'll just accept half of them until the other half of the paperwork comes through.
I suppose it could be an upside for him of Brexit. It's like we're only accepting half as many immigrants from the EU. So fake Egan can't come, but real Egan can.
You all can enter, but you have to be cut in half.
Look, I don't make the rules. I just have to follow these damn silly rules.
Oh dear. Are tourists exempt?
From being cut in half?
Yes.
Well, it depends how much they've paid.
I mean,
I'll
tourists.
be sure to give the owner of the pub a good tip then.
I mean, you technically just need a visa, probably.
Do we still have any pubs in the UK? Is that still a thing?
Pubs? I remember those being a thing.
Don't you have pretend big company
Eat.
pubs?
Well, that happened a while ago. A lot of them ended up being like ruled by the same brewery, but the only ones that really survive are like the gastropubs, are the ones that turned into like fairly decent restaurants.
Yeah, my local is long since gone. I think we have a small... It's not really a pub, although it does have a bar, but it's really a shop for selling specialty ales rather than a pub.
The traditional pub doesn't survive because, you know, it's just horrifically expensive.
Also, good hand, Egan.
And they did an awful lot of stuff that kind of undermined
Pubs.
and social
Places.
pressures kind of changed what people were looking for.
Gastropub just sounds like so snobby.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
That's half the point.
we still have a few pubs left over here. Admittedly, my favorite one did get shut down, so I know what you mean.
It at the height of the problem, they were shutting. It was something stupid like 300 pubs a week.
Oh,
It was
that
like an
hurts.
insane number. Yeah.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Well, it used to be like in Britain. It used to be that there would be a pub like every street or two.
Pretty much. I remember a pub crawl where you basically only had one street.
Yeah. There's a street near where I live where there was at least 7 pubs on that street.
How are you on?
And I think now one of them is still a pub.
How are you on privately owned cafes?
They're pretty common.
Yeah.
Just for comparison of,
Well, clarify cafe.
Riichi.
well, a place where you'd go and get a thing to drink and sit
Coffee
outside a bit. Or
Like
inside.
a coffee shop, you just
Yeah.
buy a
Yeah.
coffee or tea or whatever. Privately owned ones, I mean, they exist. Most of... See, when we say cafe in England, we tend to mean like very basic, simple foods rather than
Yeah, that's
fancy
generally
foods.
what I think too.
I mean, they obviously sell tea and coffee. It's kind of part and parcel, but they expanded into food a long time ago.
I mean, you rarely get, even if you get food, you only get cakes. But
Well, that's more of a tea shop rather than a cafe.
Yeah,
Dong.
because of course it's Britain, so traditional, not coffee. But you know, that kind of stuff's pretty common.
The only problem with me winning this is not improving my way to third Dan. But it is beating Draconis, so I've got to take that.
and beating Draconis into the ground.
Yes, I mean, let's just hope he stays there. But
That's mean.
well, a long while ago, he overtook me as best player on this darn night.
You have been away from Shadow far too long, Agan.
I think I've been the only one with Shadow.
Yeah, pretty much, actually.
The point still stands.
There is no kill like overkill, especially when you can get away with it.
There's
And
no-
sometimes, even if you can't get away with it.
There's
It just
no-
reminds me of that line from one of the Red Dwarf books where he's talking about when Lister becomes that like the hopping taxi type thing on Mimas, and it says a line of like, in London people park wherever they can,
Yep.
in Paris they park wherever they can't, on Mimas they park on top of people who've parked wherever they can't.
Yep.
That was stupid.
I don't
I'm
want to
talking
do
about
this.
the game.
Kan.
I didn't want to do that.
But you did it anyway.
I did.
You should be.
What did we say about Connie?
Pom.
Perfectly valid strategy. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah, it's perfectly valid strategy when you do it.
Well, no, but he had reach. I wasn't adding value to the board unnecessarily. I am also in the lead, so I suppose there is that aspect of it not being proper, but you know.
He's just channeling his inner Bob the Builder. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
We can. It's very true.
Except I feel like it should be Ron, the Mahjong player.
Could be, but that hasn't come up yet.
It will.
It might not, depending on things. This isn't the best of waits. We're infinitely waiting for Ron.
Well,
Ron and his 10 pies.
Oh no, Tenpai comes before Ron. Ron is attracted to the Tenpais. As most people would be, let's be honest.
Riichi.
wait, are you living in the north now, Shadow?
Yes.
You've actually got internet there now.
Yeah.
He has a new wall.
I've had for about a month, actually.
Well, I've lost all track of
No,
time.
I know, it's not as fast as what I had down south, unfortunately, but it's good enough.
Oh, I just... Oh, God.
I'm sorry. It's not as fast as you had down south. Question mark.
Don't.
It isn't, unfortunately.
Oh, you know what?
Has it really been a month?
Yeah,
Probably.
I've been here for about a month now. Yeah, I've just come back up from
Bloody hell.
Kent actually, so yes, it's been about a month.
It would make sense. You've got to. When I consider like my ridiculous work schedule is literally been 10 weeks. Yeah, this is the end of the 10th week. So yeah,
I guess, yeah, actually.
Time does tend to, saunter off when you're not looking.
Oh, dear.
Does it ever?
We've now reached the Aegon singing portion of the stream.
It's always the Aegon singing portion of the stream.
Only when you've
jokes.
run out of things to talk about that are interesting.
The jokes about Tesla's new truck just.
Is that the thing you had that basically looked like somebody had basically tried to describe a DeLorean and somebody else had made it from that description?
Yes.
It looks like something you'd make as a kid.
That's what I mean. It looks like somebody was describing somebody else what a DeLorean looks like, and they have then gone and designed the car based on that drawing they've made from that description.
Interestingly enough, that's how a lot of people describe Elon Musk, a 12-year-old in a billionaire's body.
Yeah. I mean...
That makes perfect sense.
But yeah, a lot of people are saying like it's the most low poly car they've ever seen.
There we go. As I was gonna say,
Well, I mean, it's now in a game which actually matches the polygons for it, so...
It's the only high definition car. We've made cars in games more realistic. We're making cars in reality more gamey.
I mean...
There's so much about it that doesn't make sense.
I said they fired the bendy welder.
the bendy welder. And this is how we know that it can never did well in shop.
In Aegon's Europe, that will be a genuine job description.
Bendy welder. Hagen, that's not how they do it. They don't weld it back.
They will now. He revolutionized the industry.
I have a tendency to make the bent bit and then weld it to the other bits.
Oh shit. Oh no, I can't change Aegon's nickname in here.
Oh, I think I can, but...
The bendy welder.
Name a minister of bendy welding.
Oh no, apparently I can't. Yeah, I can in my one, the other one, but...
I think Mark can do that. But...
I could definitely do that.
Yeah, I'm not important enough to change his nickname on his behalf here.
Frankly, I don't know, because it's all down to whatever weird and arcane permissions Snoopy set up in the first place.
We've been in first of the... for this long.
There was half a conversation I missed from that statement.
Have we been in
have we been in first for this long or something?
Oh, and you mean in the game? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm crushing it, and unfortunately you're not dealing into me, so... Although you're a second, not you're third, not second. But yeah, we've been in South 1 for a while now because I keep winning.
Each.
What?
Well, welcome to the new show, Cat Whispering with Connor. Canadian Cat Whispering with Connor.
Meow, eh?
Sadly, it's not Chairman Meow.
A meow.
Much as I approve of the cat called that, why?
Well, that was his nickname that Mara gave him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just called him Chairman Mao.
Meow.
Because he would just turn up.
Aegon, there's nothing you can do about this now, but if you deal into this one, I apologise.
Each.
JPB joins.
Riichi.
Everybody reach!
I'm pretty much just responding to JPB. I was already in tempo and I don't need to do this.
Come on, Draconis. Come on. Let's all
That might actually cause a draw if he reaches. I don't know. That is a half rule in this game, but I don't know whether Tenhou applies it or not.
Because everybody then would get everybody else's 1,000 points.
Well, no, the winner would get all of them, but you know. So there's some rule sets where everybody reaching causes a draw. Because ultimately, all we're doing is playing and discarding. There's no skill left in the game at that stage.
Wrong.
There, well.
It's broken. Groundhog Day. It's the Groundhog Mahjong game.
No, it's just everybody's playing automatedly. There's no point. There's nobody making decisions. You just draw, discard, draw, discard. There are no decisions, except for possibly, do you want to win?
His announcement of this vehicle looks like it went well.
Oh, that's better than I thought it would be. He'll bounce back from that in a couple of weeks.
It's actually, you've also got to look at the scale. It's
Yeah,
not
that's what I mean. The
actually
scale's
that
not
bonkers.
Yeah.
It's not, but
If they zoomed in more, it would be.
If they zoomed out more, it would be virtually unnoticeable. Yeah.
yeah, probably.
Same thing when the pound drops.
Yeah.
Oh no, that just depends on whatever's been said recently by anybody.
Yes, I know, but if you zoomed out, it would be nada.
It's this weird mix of everyone panicking, getting rid of the pound, and then it coming right back.
Yep,
Because
the
that's
usual
what the pound
state for
always
theirs.
does.
Well, when you get rid of it, it goes.
I mean, if you even go back 10, 20 years, it's still doing that, regardless of anything that happens in the
Riichi.
It's just what it did.
Yeah.
The problem would be that the minute anyone said anything that vaguely makes any financial people nervous, they would all start like trying to sell the pounds and buy another currency. Then they would realize that whatever currency they'd bought into wasn't as strong as the pound, so they would all buy the pound.
The other side of the coin is they know this sort of news does that, so they can easily short share it. So,
Yeah, which is exactly what's going on. Yeah, they're playing silly buggers.
Oh god, that. Oh. The.
Besides,
The shares Nasdaq mark bothers me. It's Tesla.
Tesla?
Tesla?
In that picture, it's Tesla.
Tesla or not Tesla? That is the question.
Would it be
Tesla.
never in the mind to suffer the strings and arrows of outrageous fortune than to take up arms against the sea of troubles?
Except it
The
would
fight to dream.
make some random comment about extremely angular vehicles.
Keep in mind, that's supposed to be a pickup truck.
Clearly it is. I mean,
I mean, they made an SUV, didn't they? And it looked kind of like an SUV, mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, it did a few things that were a bit unusual for an SUV shape, but it mostly looked like an SUV.
This barely looks like.
This does look like the prior picture of it belongs in a PlayStation 1 game.
yeah. It's a PlayStation 1 concept art. It would exist there. That'd be fine.
And it'd be the most realistic looking.
Chi.
The PlayStation 1 that kind of makes me chuckle when you look at it's 3D.
Yeah, when nobody knew how to render in 3D correctly at all. But
you know, if somebody.
It actually looks
I mean, remove the front and put on a roll cage.
I love the internet so much.
And I can't tell if they didn't add any effects, did they?
No, they didn't. They just changed the color and then photoshopped in the Spartans and the gun.
Yeah, that's the hilarious part. No editing necessary.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Ah, okay. I've no idea where it actually cut me out in what I was saying, but hello.
It was important, and
Hello.
we should clearly have listened to it carefully.
Listen very carefully, because Shijo says this only once.
I
That was German.
What was I saying? I said, oh yeah, the PS3 where they were like, it's 3D, except it's 240p and it
Yep.
can't do floating point precision, so everything goes jiggly jiggly.
In addition, nobody can code for it.
No, that was a PS2.
Yeah, okay. What was
PS2
PS3
was
had
the one
coding
that no-
issues, but
No, 2 had it, and then the 3 had it as well.
Kang.
God, its interior is bad as well.
What is that?
If you're
One?
gonna go on that
I
kind
didn't
of
see. I didn't
bed
see
on the
the
outside,
interior.
you may as well do it on the inside as well. Oh my word.
Oh god, that wheel.
I have one question. Where are the airbags supposed to be?
airbags?
Each.
What are airbags?
No. He means where's the boxes supposed to be?
I mean, the only thing looking vaguely realistic are the seats.
And even they're a bit angled. I think that what happened is that they got somebody to draw it who's like, I can't draw unless you give me a ruler.
Wow. Okay.
Draconis.
No, I just counted.
Apparently
I just got a
that's-
counted Yakuman.
Oh.
Apparently it's real marble in there too, because, you know, vehicles don't like saving on weight or anything.
It's
Real
like a
marble.
vehicle, and it's not that much marble. It probably doesn't matter that much.
I mean, it's probably only the surface.
And it'll be a yeah, it'll be like
But
a
seriously, that
millimeter thick.
wheel.
Probably the glazing. Now I'm wondering if I use that word right.
Uh,
Oh,
Yeah,
I
could
wasn't
be.
listening.
Marble
Glazing.
glazing.
Glazing. I think you mean marble veneer.
Yeah.
So yeah, ending the stream now. Thanks for joining us. That was a game.
This was just captioned the new Cybertruck